hold up. Am I even live right now? Oh, I am. Okay, what am I talking about? Alright, what's going on? What's going on? So, let's see here, guys. I want to cover. We'll give it some time. We'll get a few people in. Let me. Chad, what's up, bro? How we doing? How we doing? I'm so bad at just putting this stuff in the chat. All right. I can't even get the link. You know what? Let me do it from here. So yeah, we'll get a few people in here, and then yeah, we'll cover a bunch of stuff. Okay, I can't do it from there. Word. So yeah, welcome. Yeah, so everyone joining right now, we're just going to. We'll give it a few more minutes. DNX. What's up, bro? Yeah, DNX. I actually don't know what coin that is. DNX. I don't think I've ever held that or. Let me see. Yeah, let me go to YouTube. Let me just get the link up. I'll put it in Discord and then we will start streaming. Start doing some stuff here. Perfect. Share. Copy that. Yeah, guys, so the market is starting to look very good right now. Oop. Anyone is around /free. Okay. Word. Yeah, I wish I could play music in here. Oh, Dynex, bro. My fault. Yeah, yo, Dynex. Yes, that was actually looking good too. It's just saying it started moving. Why don't we check DNX? DNX, Dynex. Yeah, Tanaki. Bro, some of these Degen plays, a lot of people in our group, guys, you guys have been killing it. Absolutely fucking killing it. Hey, what's up, Shawnee? Yeah, so exit strategy, bro. That's a great question. I can get into that. I'll start talking about that in a few minutes here. But yeah, for me, I definitely want us to start scaling out as ETH really does continue to take off here. So why don't we start with. We'll do a few things. I want to talk about Zora and its eco because holy yo, we are. This is continuing to print, guys. Absolute. Yo, Zora is ripping, bro. My music arc backstory. Yo, that's funny. Yeah, so for me, I mean, I've been making music for over 10 years. You know, I'd say since I got into crypto, started YouTube, which is about 2 years ago. I really slowed down on that, but I've been making beats and rapping for about 10 years. But I haven't rapped like crazy in like 5 years, but I still make beats very rarely. Yes, sir, our Discord is paid. Oh, what's up, Alex? My bad, bro. Yo, Alex, you are killing the fucking calls, dude. I swear, every like couple days, you are fucking on one, bro. Like, I appreciate you being so active and just dropping stuff in there. You are killing it. A ton of you guys are killing it. Yeah, so Shawnee, that's a great question too. So no, as far as exit strategy, that is a great question. So we'll cover it here because Bitcoin is cranking. 121.2, 100, no, 121.6. What am I saying? Facts. Yo, yeah, I'll post a bunch of beats in there. Hell yeah. That'd be cool. But yeah, Bitcoin at 121.6 right now. That is huge. Like, yo. So we'll cover majors, then we'll get into everything else I want to cover. And when I cover majors, I'll talk about exit strategy too. So yeah. Bitcoin, guys, holding. I actually, honestly, I would not think it is holding such a clear trend right now. Crazy trend. On a high time frame, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I didn't think this would hold so clean. It is, as long as it breaks, pushes to like 124 to 130. That is going to continue to be a very tight uptrend here. That is just insane. Even if it chops a bit, pushes, that is just unbelievable momentum for Bitcoin. So at least short term, that is looking very good. We don't even have to worry too much about, any sort of Bitcoin crash, things just nuking out of nowhere. Short term Bitcoin, the trend is still very clean. So we're not going to have to worry about Bitcoin just pulling something like this, in the next few days to even a couple weeks from now. Yeah, what's up, guys? Thok, welcome, bro. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, bro, a lot of the Zora Eco, I'll cover that shortly, is killing it. And Alex, yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Nah, you're the best, dude. You're literally killing it. You guys are going crazy in Discord. My bad, I feel like I haven't been too active in chat over the last few days, even further. And yeah, bro, Cupsy, yeah, I can talk about that too. Pump streamers and shit too, for sure. All right, so anyways, so Bitcoin looking very good, cranking. ETH still looking good here. I think this momentum too for ETH is going to continue. So for what Shawnee, what you were saying, bro, exit strategy, yeah, I think going forward the next few months, that is going to be so key because in this market, you never actually know when it's going to be full out time to sell. But I think the biggest thing right now is because we're still technically early to this ETH run here. ETH is still, it hasn't even broke its all-time high. I personally am expecting a minimum of ETH to be cracking this, breaking it, and at least attempting to go on some sort of run, even if it's a little bit to 55 to 6. I think when this momentum is just pushing higher, wherever this stops, if it wants to stop at 55, 6, even if it just rips all the way to 70K, maybe into, September, October, right? I think the major upswing that we're going to see on it, again, if it does something like this, or if ETH just holds, even if it does chops like this, it's probably going to pull some move. This is going to be a time where potentially we start to sell even a good portion of ETH, whether it's anywhere from 20% to 50% of our ETH position. Potentially even more, because I know a lot of people are expecting this fucking 10, 12K run for ETH. But I'm one in the camp, guys. I will never have these absolute moon boy targets on anything. I'd rather us, especially when it comes to the long-term bags, which is what we've been waiting years to see. This is something where you want to start slowly taking profits as it goes up. So if ETH gets to around 55 to 6, that's going to be a good chunk, I would say, to start selling at least a little bit. And as long as the momentum continues to tear to the upside, we will likely just continue to start selling along the way. Because if we do that, that doesn't mean we can't buy back in or wait for a dip. I think going forward, I'd rather have a sell on the way up for most assets, even slowly just clipping out on and off, than to at least ride anything down crazy. But that's what I'm looking at for ETH. Just letting this momentum wave just play out. So yeah, that's actually what I want to cover next. Is Zora, guys, is still running right now. Unbelievable price action, and I think one of the biggest reasons why though is the ecosystem is heavily picking up. So right now we're currently around 420 million market cap circulating, 1.3 fully diluted. I personally I don't know what I would have for targets on Zora, but the thing is I think the biggest way that we're gonna find that out is when all of crypto Twitter decides to capitulate and that everyone's aping into Zora tokens. I look at it very, very similar to Virtual Protocol. I think it's gonna be very similar in a way where price action. I'm not saying Zora's going to 5 billion or anything, but it's like price action's probably gonna play out the same. It'll probably go up for a while, chop, do some major dips. Maybe it does go something like this. But the reason why it's going to go up is the whole ecosystem just getting piled into. And we're starting to see that with a bunch of coins. Like another one right now is Docker, which this one I'm pissed I didn't call. This thing, I saw this literally under 1 million. Shout out to everything altcoin. This dude has been on one too for a lot of the Zora eco. This one was, yeah, down here, should have just jumped in. Because this reminds me of Virtual too because of the liquidity and how these are running. They don't actually give you guys a big pullback. Once they start moving, they just print. They do not stop. And in many ways it's good if you got in early, but it's tough because I personally never like to top blast and just ape heavy into something like that. My bad. And let's see. And yeah, propaganda, guys. This one I actually want to propaganda. This was another interesting one on Zora. What am I talking about? This to me, I need to speak with the founder. I planned on it last week. Never got around to it, but I actually just messaged him again today because I realized I just haven't had time to sit on a call with him for like an hour, a couple hours. Because I'm just curious to see what he's kind of building. But so if you guys want, I just saw one of you guys say the propaganda Twitter account. So this is actually, I just have it up. So this is the founder, Bobby, here. This is basically the propaganda page. But the reason why I like this token is, they're working on multiple launches apparently by the end of September. So they're building applications. They have a team apparently of over 10 people working on this stuff. And this Zora token, I personally do not know yet how it's going to be integrated, implemented, if there's going to be things with it that are going to be bullish, for the propaganda token, or, maybe they do something with the token that integrates some of their applications and stuff they're launching. But they're also launching a lot of stuff within the Zora ecosystem that's going to help the entire eco out. So propaganda, I think, is actually a fairly solid Zora eco bet that I don't think has truly ran yet. From launch it went from obviously nothing to 4 million, came all the way down, sub 1 million. Now it's starting to run again, but I think this is probably going to continue. We just covered Docker. 11 a.m. too. This is still not. This thing just same thing. This doesn't have a pullback. Like, I've been waiting. I actually wanted to allocate and call this, but this thing just, it doesn't pull back. This is not a pullback to me. Or that's technically a pullback. I need to see it like really come down and chop. So bottom line, Zora eco going ballistic right now. That's actually nuts. And I still think the reason why it's going to keep going is most people on crypto Twitter, I feel like, are still sidelined on this coin. Like, it seems like most people are still fading Zora, which is shocking. I haven't seen any crazy massive accounts consistently talking about Zora. There's only a handful, and that's what I'm thinking about with that. That's why I think it's going to keep going. Discord is the best one, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, there are many things I want to start updating with our Discord. I want to make this thing a powerhouse going forward. But I appreciate that, bro. Yeah. And yes, bro, the Discord is paid. I don't know if it's, I don't think I linked it here. But if you go to any of my YouTube videos, it's actually in the Patreon. I really just never like to full out chill it. I don't know. That's just not who I am. Guilty as charged. Yeah, propaganda I think is gonna run, dude, definitely. Let me see. I think I missed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so we got to the pump eco. So pump 2 here. This is still the thesis for pump. It kind of went up. It's coming down again. I don't know if it's fully bottomed. This is where, it's very difficult to know. And I don't know. I still think we might have to see one more small leg. Maybe below the previous level. If it does get to that point, I would be looking to wait for this kind of price action again where it's sideways. And likely just call a big, decent leverage trade on it and just probably ride it out going into the next couple months. I just think pump is an obvious bet. and Mamo too, guys. Mamo, that was a great trade over whatever the last week or so. But this is what I was saying. I was making a private video. My computer was bugging out. But I was saying for Mamo, I think Mamo is actually looking still really good here. But I think the better risk to reward on it is going to be if it can come down, excuse me. It's like 13, 14 cents. But I mean, Mamo has everything going for it to just at least crank to 20, 30 cents here at some point. It's already almost hit that, a few days ago, but I think it looks pretty good. Memo, been watching. Ray, I've seen a lot of really good influential people I follow on Twitter and I talk to on and off. Some of them have actually been buying Ray at the top here. I think that's a really good sign because I feel like it's almost still early for it. Ray's killing it. Virtual itself, Virtual's tough. I think it still has some upside to go. I don't think it's just over by any means because there are so many devs that have been building like very good projects and stuff within the eco. There's actually a few agents that I really like and I want to see. Honestly, I'd like to see these agents take off. Yeah, what's up, AP? Yeah, put that. I know, Mask, bro. Mask is looking good though. This is kind of what I expected for price. It happens with all memes. Most of the time most charts are not gonna pull a useless, which literally just went down and then just like straight up. But I'm like losing my voice right now. Losing my voice like every day. But most charts just don't do that. They don't go up only. A lot of time they will just chop, go up and down, accumulate, bounce for a while until something finally hits and then they just start taking off. But yeah, Mask is a very slow cook. Multi-month cook here. I'm treating it the same way I treated Mog. Except I'm positioning myself 10 times larger than I did for Mog at the bottom. That's it. MLG, bro. Yeah, Cowboy Dan. Yo, agents by virtual. Yeah, many agents are bottomed out. I'll pull up a couple in a minute. Let me check MLG though, because I still haven't even updated this list. This is a very old list of alts. Let me see from a high. So don't look at these wicks. This wick here was just ridiculous. I kind of look at the momentum though from a very high time frame. Like technically this, I guess it kind of looks like it could be building momentum from a very high time frame to eventually start coiling back up to like 18, 20 million. But yeah, the thing with MLG, it's been through it for a while, but wouldn't be I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised to see it coil up and go a little further. Let me see. But yeah, Bitensor here too. Bro, Bitensor's ecosystem is so slept on. It's unbelievable. And it's the thing with it too is I think the only way Bitensor's eco is going to hit full out liftoff mode, well, two ways. Number one is price go up, which happens with every coin, every ecosystem. When price goes up, everything underneath it will absolutely print at some point. Or two, they need to just open the floodgates, which their mechanisms, I don't even know if it's truly possible for them to do that. But they need to just have, they need to be able to take a contract on base or Sol, paste it into Phantom Wallet, and to be able to buy the subnet. But I know most people within the Tau Eco, they don't want that, and I don't blame them. But I think that would just hit escape velocity because the projects that are building there, if they were on Sol or on base, they would be already at fucking crazy valuations. No, so I've been in our Discord, yeah, I've mentioned for a long time I've been trying and wanting to and trying to allocate to subnets, but I really haven't allocated heavy into anything The only one that I truly really liked, it was literally Tau Hash, but I never called it because that thing just kept dumping and it's still dumping. Dippy AI, one of my favorite subnets for months. But same thing, I never allocated heavy at all. The main thing though is still because Bitensor, I feel like needs to start cranking. And I think literally since I first started allocating into Bitensor all the way in February, this whole area it's just been chopping. It hasn't had like an up only run yet. Maybe down here, but even still, if this goes into a new high, subnets I think are going crazy. So same thing with that eco. It's just a very long term play. I feel like. Yo, yeah, what is happening? Like we are experiencing Zora Virtual 2.0 live. This is cranking, guys. Holy shit. Yeah, it's some pretty soon. Most of crypto Twitter is not going to be sidelined. Yo, look at this. People are blasting into Zora right now. Oh my god, bro. Let's go. That's hype. Oh yeah, pump. I'm gonna cover the pump stream eco as well. People are blasting into Zora. That is insane. But yeah, as far as streamers, Alex, you said Cupsy, bro. I think that's probably one of the better, if not one of the best bets. Like for this, pump streamer eco meta. Chart's not bad either. Yeah, that had a nasty dump back in July. But yeah, that actually doesn't even look bad. I think too because even with charts at different levels here, it's just going to turn into once pump gets the attention that it needs, which it will at some point. The attention is fully gonna shift onto streamer coins at some point, like within probably a couple days span. And if you're heavily allocated into them beforehand, I think that's where some of them are just gonna start going like this, like just rallying. Even Rasmer, bro. Rasmer is a goofball, but this dude is probably going to have. That's actually down bad too. That's a pretty good area to enter. This is gonna rip though. I feel like Rasmer, and then Trench, bro. Trev, bro, is crazy. Trev is going to be one of the main people though that I think actually would get normies attention out of anyone. Yeah, I think this at some point is probably gonna run too. I'd bet on Rasmer. Probably Cupsy is definitely strong, and then Trench for like this pump fun streamer ego. Some of the other ones I just personally I don't know too many, and I don't really need to look at other ones. And yeah, Thok, bro, classic. Classic, I sell some, and what happens? Just explodes. And yes, sir, I got the Mog glasses on. Moggles on. Yeah, what is Mog doing? Cool 2%. Alright. Now, Mog will lift off at some point, I have zero doubt. But yeah, 43. ETH looks so good. I think I just posted that on Twitter. Like the literal, oh my god, bro. Yep. Zora is nuts. Let me go to, yeah, right here, the ETH beta list. Like literally crazy. Just ETH, Mog, and Zora. Even Arrow for base is good. You could do SPX, but this is it. This is like a big chunk of my entire crypto portfolio right here. Altcoin view. What up? Yes, sir. Ethereum. DJI. Yo, so any SPX beta plays I am not watching or focusing on, like that Doge coin, I'm not paying attention. DJI, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys are looking at a bunch of trench coins right now, just throw them out. Because I want to see what's going on Sol. Oh, is this tied to that Spark coin? It must be in some way, or maybe it's different. Yo, yeah, this thing ran too. Huge pump on the 10th. Today, that's the 10th. What am I saying? Huge pump here. Oh. Ex Microsoft engaging with the dev. No, that's not bad. Yeah, ooh, I mean, seeing charts like that, yeah, if I'm not near the bottom, that's tough for me to ever want to ape, but I mean, that looks like it could keep going. If the momentum just started on this like hours ago, yeah, I think this looks good. Chart does not look like it's gonna just nuke. It's probably gonna chop, maybe make another push here. Um, yeah, I just watch for chart momentum because right now the chart's very much so bullish. If the momentum starts to swing, where highs are starting to fail and it's like this, I'd potentially be looking to start maybe selling something or just wait for it to correct if it's going to. But yeah, that's not bad. I'm trying to think too. Yeah, what did that Spark coin do? Is that thing that bottomed out? I was looking at that too, and it was down here. But I got fudded out of that mentally. I was like, because a lot of people were saying it was not tied to like the project or whatever, or tied to something. I didn't look into it enough. But yeah, this was a huge run. That's major. Yeah, this I don't know if this is gonna continue. This might bounce. Yeah, what is that Ibiza dude? Oh, right here, boss. Yeah, that like this is actually a good chart. I don't know how. Like, is this guy still going viral? And yeah, David, I kind of agree with you. I'm very much so in the camp. I think very short term things are gonna be bullish, but I mean maybe November December we still go nuts. But yeah, it's very much so short term things are gonna continue to go crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because the thing with the coins like this, these are completely driven off of attention. Oh, am I in the wrong one? Oh, my bad. Oh, the one you're going is the community one. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Okay. An AGI coin too. Let me check that chart. The chart looks good. All right, I actually look into that, but that looks like a grok, something with grok or some shit. I've no idea. Um, let's see. Let me see real quick. Like, I feel like a bot trying to figure this out. My bad. Yeah, you can see the official one commented. Like, yo, I can't even find this right now. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm on the wrong one then. 12 hours, 5 days. 12 hours. Oh my god, yo. You were spiking. Slam that thumbs up. Yo, no, 400. Nah, someone definitely just botted that. That's not. Nah, that's not real. I mean, welcome with 400 people just joined out of nowhere, but nah, that's not real. If someone did bot that, please do not bot that. I think that affects YouTube and or the algorithm or something. Let's see what else is going on. Um, yeah, Zora. 136. Yo, that's like, bro, that is pumping. We're gonna have to sell a little bit out here. That is like cranking. From our initial rebuy when we bought the dip, this is now up 120, 130%. That went up like another 30, 40% in like 30 minutes. Alright, yo, like, what is going on with the viewers here? That's literally not real. No, bro. No, that's not, no, that's not fame. That's not real. Someone is botting that right now. I actually, like, do not want that at all. But regardless, yeah, let's actually look at Sol. I have not checked on the Sol eco at all. As you guys know in Discord, it's like I feel like for some reason, especially the bonk eco, I'm just not I'm just not tapped in with that. For some reason, specific memes on Sol are just not my edge like that. Like long term holding them 100%, but I'm very much so like strong with utility. I have a, I got a big family. I had them join. Nice, dude. All right, awesome. That's funny. Oh my, yo. Like we are actually witnessing this full blast in real time. Yep, this is nuts. Get off my land. But yeah, if you guys want any, whether it's technical analysis to anything, any coins I'm gonna check on, just drop them in the chat, drop them anywhere. Yeah, yo, I do not. Why are there 500 viewers? That is not right. I hope that doesn't fuck up my my YouTube or some shit in some way. But yeah, ETH still. Yeah, guys, I really think ETH though over the next few days, maybe a couple weeks, I think we're gonna see 5K at least. I think this is going to just run into all-time highs. And if anyone is in Bitminer or SBET, those crypto stocks, I think those are probably gonna start running. Yeah, no, I'm not even kidding, bro. I think we have to sell. I might have to sell some Zora here, guys. That is just fucking up only. That is nuts. Um, no, bro, I do want more viewers, of course, but I average anywhere from 15 to like 40 viewers, and to jump to 550, that's 100% just not legit. Like, and the reason why is I think botting. If you do bot views, it's actually like bad for accounts to do that. I don't know if it actually is, but I've always been under the impression it's bad for any account. So I never like to do that. But Bitcoin dominance too is looking good. It's starting to push up here, but I just want to see this continue to fucking nuke. Yeah, ETH BTC, this is just crazy too. I think this has a lot of growth to go. For Bitcoin dominance though, I want to see this. I have this here. This is just a simple first potential resistance area. Like if this can come down, I mean, yeah, that's a far dump too though. Well, not really. Like what, 4 or 5%, 6%? That's not too out of the question. Um, yeah, I'm not even kidding, guys. I think we literally have to fucking sell some Zora here. This is like you can always just rebuy a dip. That is cranking. So I'm at the end of the stream, bro. I'm telling you guys, sell another chunk of Zora right now. It is flying. I'm literally gonna sell right now a little bit. I'm not full clipping. I'm not selling. I'm selling a probably fucking micro position. That is nuts. I did not expect this to just get this kind of volume just on a Sunday night though. That is wild. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna sell a little bit right now. That is fucking wild, bro. So yeah, anyone who got in, bro, enjoy some profits. Fuck it. This has been absolutely nuts. 121.8. Why did I just get a notification on Bitcoin? All right. What is Bitcoin doing now? All right, yo, is Bitcoin about to just hit an all-time high tonight? Yeah, this is the thing about Sundays, guys. Sunday pumps. Bro, if stocks just open, things are just gonna go like this tomorrow. Short, not actually. They're not gonna dump, but oftentimes on Mondays, things just reverse after pumping. But I mean, yeah, honestly, I hope things hold. So yeah, guys, take some profits. I'm gonna put this here for everyone right now. Is this just ripped another 40% in the last 2 hours? Sell 10% to 30% of Zora. Because bottom line, I'm looking at it too. With Zora, I think I want us to play it. Just play the dip game. We know Zora is probably going to continue. Even if it keeps going, sell chunks and then we just wait for a dip. Wait for momentum, buy into a bottom, and same thing, sell into the next rip. Whatever price targets, whatever price is. I want us to be very smart with profit taking as the cycle keeps going here. Because going forward, this is not going to be the time to just mess around and be comfortable with like round tripping. And I've done that way too much. So that's what I'm watching for it. And for anyone new joining, I don't know. I think someone botted our views here, so that is not legit. We average anywhere from 15 to 40 views at a time. 550, 570. I mean, that would be crazy, but that is not legit. But I appreciate it anyways. Anyone that did that, but also do not do it again. Thank you. Bio too. Bio, I've actually this is the last time I don't trust myself with something, bro. We sold, and this pumped the day I made a video, and sometimes I make videos, guys, strictly for research. It's not every single video I make is just talking about a coin that I called, that I hold, this and that. For the most part, I'll tell everyone like if I'm in this, I'm holding it, or I've held it for a while, but Bio we sold and it's just fucking ripped. Even though I know a lot of people actually held it and or got in due to that video. So if you guys made some gains on it, I'm hyped for everyone. But yeah, Bio, I think Bio is gonna just low key continue too though. I'd say aside from a dip, yeah, it doesn't want to dip, but if it does come down, I actually may want to allocate a little bit. If it does something like this, I guess it may continue going into their bio agent launches. So that's what I've had on my radar for a while. Let me see. So yeah, what is Sol doing too? I can't believe Bitcoin is literally about to fucking make a new high in a second. Yeah, we got Sol too. Sol is looking very good, 185.30. Yeah, I don't see why Solana is not just gonna chop, push higher, bounce one more time, and just crank. This will flip into a resistance, and just it's gonna crack into that again. I guarantee within like a week to 2 weeks it's gonna happen for it. And when this happens, I think a lot of cults are gonna run. Meaning Mask is probably gonna catch even more of a bid. Mask is very slow though, but like it's just my favorite meme right now, aside from Mog. But yeah, I mean, as far as right now, there's not too much else that I want to cover. I mean, I want to start looking at some trench stuff though. Scanning Twitter. I'll just do it live for a little bit. Am I holding Chonky on Soul? No, I'm not holding Chonky. I've heard of that. That's like an OG soul meme, right? Actually, yeah, why don't we pull it up? Yeah, it's just like Chonky, there's Nub, a couple other like really OG soul memes. Oh, yeah, that is very down. Yeah, I mean, if this is actually, if it does at some point have a comeback, this is where you'd want to enter. I will not be buying this coin, but you know, like I tell everyone, you never want to be buying into green candles. If this is a coin you like, this is where you want to add or buy it. And if it does end up recovering, any sort of potential, even a micro push of momentum is just going to take that. That's where your gains are going to come from in this market. Yeah, so World Liberty Financial. That is something I have not done enough research on that. I need to look into that because apparently that whole eco, this block coin, bro. Crazy that I missed this. I saw this at launch too, but I faded it. I do that way too often. I didn't think anything of it. I don't know why. This was definitely one that's gonna probably keep going. But I think for this one, I think the momentum might be shifting. I'm kind of waiting for this general trend to kind of crack down. If it does pull, some major dips, if it does something like this, yeah, then this is going to be a really good area to get into block. But this one being somewhat tied to Trump, that's probably going to be a very long-term runner. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if this dumps heavy, I mean, for me, I need to see it dump at least like 50% from here. How can I buy it? Is this not on Ethereum? Uniswap? I mean, it says it's on Uniswap, so I assume you probably just swap into it. You might have to swap your ETH maybe into this USD1 stablecoin. Um, but it should be on Uniswap. Let's see what is trending for ETH right now too. So yeah, again, too, for anyone new watching, someone botted our views. I just want to be as transparent with people. I just don't like that someone botted that. Someone botted our views. It's not legit. Um, so yeah, just wanted to let everyone know that again. Yeah, this has been cranking too. Apparently, what was this? Bitensor Layer 2 now that this whole project rebranded to. I actually used to be bullish on it in spec too, and they completely just died out, rebranded, and now they're starting to get traction again. I don't know how I feel about that, but bottom line, that's very bullish. Yo, yeah, Bitensor Layer 2, yo, that's crazy. And yeah, bro, liquidity is actually one of the most important things you should look at in a coin. I mean, even this one, 480K with 20 million. That's fair. That's pretty small. But liquidity, if you have low liquidity in something, that is going to be very like key to see it actually pump like crazy. Like that's where you get some really good gains if liquidity is very low in something. And then it also depends on the circulating and how many tokens are actually circulating. Okay, so you're new to the channel. What am I bullish on? Top 10. So I would say that's a great question. I probably don't even have 10 coins to say that I'm incredibly bullish on. I would say the main coins, if anything. I've been a huge bull on Mogcoin for forever. Mogcoin is an ETH beta play. I'd say, I mean, Ethereum, I don't know. I would never tell people to top blast, just buy ETH here, but Ethereum obviously is just going to run. This is ETH season, I feel like. So ETH's going to be moving. Anything ETH related, ETH altcoins are going to be moving with it. Zora, 100% Yo, this dude, what is going on here? Zora is my top conviction for base eco. Mog for an ETH beta. But Zora is an ETH beta utility play. Um, Bitensor as a high cap AI coin. Those are probably some of the three best plays in the market right now, personally. But I would say Zora. This is something if you got in on dips, I would not be buying up here. It's actually insane people are buying here. I actually gotta check this eco. Oh, and I'm sorry, you're right. Ray, bro. Ray is a gem. Absolute gem of an AI coin. This is on base. This likely could go parabolic. It's been trending parabolic for months, but we haven't seen this just having a god run. Like actual god candles yet. If that does, I'm not saying it will. If it does do this though, that is likely going to be a short-term top for sure. Because this thing hasn't had an actual correction, literally since it died out. So if this does do something like this, I would expect something like this for the chart. You know, that's when I would even, I would. This is only when I'd look to actually enter. Same thing is we're gonna slowly take profits as it keeps going up, and then if it does have a major correction, we'll re-enter and rebuy. But yo, yeah, launch coin eco is something I've been watching for a long time, but yo, this thing just not does not look good here. Oh, Yakub. Yakub. Yeah, Yakub. I mean, yeah, this one definitely an older one. I think the community is still there, but it's just not as prominent as it was. But same thing, I think a lot of the memes that are kind of dead right now, at least like the ones that have in the past had a very good community, they might revive. But I think even a lot of the memes that I used to like a lot, I don't know how much potential they have anymore because of how fast the market moves. Yo, especially like Kobe, bro. This was a big huge loss on my end and for a lot of us. So sorry for losses on that one, but I don't know what that was. I was way too bullish on that one. Colt though, Colt looks fucking fantastic. Colt is a slept on ETH meme. This is probably a really good one, low key. It hasn't fully broken out and ran yet, but that's definitely gonna crank at some point. No, Yakub. So I would say Yakub. So when it comes down to an accumulation, technically you're right. Yeah, 100%. If it's no matter what the project is, you want to be buying anything when it's down low and sideways. But the thing is because now it kind of lived through a bunch of ups and downs when it launched and it finally got hype and attention in 2024. A lot of times when coins have these moves, they oftentimes will kind of die out, and then it kind of makes way for a lot of newer meme coins. But that doesn't mean that something like this can't just revive and start moving. But yeah, more so when it comes down to like accumulation and stuff, you want to focus on, I would say, newer meme coins that have launched, and after a couple months of launch, when they are accumulating sideways. Like Mask, for example, yeah, Mask just looks good. Mask is another meme, guys. Like, I feel like oftentimes, I mean, on Twitter, I literally shill it every day, but oh yeah, Elky, bro. I always forget this now. I'm just so butthurt about this chart. Elky's fundamentals are incredible. Like they're going to be making insane revenue too, going forward. That's why I love this. Huge partnerships, but it's like, dude, it's like these charts just don't lie. It's like tokenomics really. Oh, Pengu too. Yeah, tokenomics really get me sometimes in this market. Yeah, insane, bro. Zora's nuts. Let me look at Pengu though. Pengu was one I should have known that. It just I don't know what it was. I don't know why I never bought in or called this one. Just an odd looking chart, but it did technically bottom out, and this is when you wanted to be looking at it. This is when it launched for a second and died out for a while. Same idea as Pump Fun. Pump Fun is in the same idea. Pumped for what, 2 days? It's been down only for like a month now. It's probably going to sit sideways for another few weeks, maybe another couple months until Pump just goes ballistic. I still think Pump is going to be one of the easiest plays for any single human being in the crypto market. Bro, yeah, peak, no, peak is tough too. Same thing. I think peak is inflationary as well. Same idea that threw me off of bio. Even though bio pumped, their tokenomics are, dude, it's like it's something I can't avoid anymore. Because certain coins I purposely like. I don't want to say I avoid tokenomics, but if there are other factors like the fact that they got liquidity pairing for their new launch pad that's launching in a new narrative that is not even a narrative yet, that alone could take bio to crazy levels. But their tokenomics are just not really throw me off. You got millions of sell pressure, millions of dollars of sell pressure every month, just nuking chart. It's like, dude. Um, my bad. There's something else. Oh, that's a good question. Mog bull case peak price. I feel like I really don't often do price predictions, but for Mog, I personally, on a safe bet, I'm targeting a minimum. A minimum, I'm gonna take it in steps. A minimum is going back to all-time high, which is around 1.5 billion. Why don't we go to market cap? I think Mog is gonna be one of the, I don't want to say the first, because there are already a couple memes that are at all-time highs. But I think this will be an ETH beta that easily recovers. I think 2 billion, 2.5 billion is definitely on the cards for it, which is about a 3 to 4x from here. So it could, I would say anywhere between 2 to 3 billion in this range, I think is very reasonable. I'm not saying that's going to be, Pico top level. I mean, we could see Mog go to friggin' 5 to 7 billion, I don't know. But for me personally, I will definitely be starting to scale out between 2 billion and 3 billion for sure. So that's what I would say. Because like I said, I don't like to have moon boy targets on anything. You got to be realistic. And it's as simple as this with ETH. Is if we got Ethereum at 43, I'm still thinking and betting ETH can go to at least 5, 6, 7K. If ETH can do a 30 to 50%, 60% move from here, Mog can probably do a minimum of 3 to 5x of what ETH can pull. Miro. Miro, bro, is that... Nah, I don't think Miro is a good coin at all. Same thing though, this is just a meme that I think has been dead for a long time. I'd say back here, if you were getting into it at the lows, it would be something, but this is one that's just been dead for a while. There are a lot better memes that are newer, fresher, that have better communities now. I would stay away from this one. And yeah, Pepe, I don't mess with any Pepe betas. I do not like any of them. I would say no to any Pepe, unless it's Pepe, like just the OG Pepe meme that's already at billions. I avoid them. I kind of stick to memes that I find very bullish on crypto Twitter, and for some reason I don't see too many that are, all throughout my timeline on crypto Twitter. I think you're right though about there's one. I think it might have been that dog. Yeah, I saw a few people talking about it, but other than that, I usually stay away from any Pepe betas. If it's something I think crypto Twitter could pick up on, it's something I buy. But I don't think I don't know. I just for some reason I just not vibing with Pepe betas like at all. Shawnee, are new NFTs on your radar? At the current moment, there really is not too many NFTs though. Why don't we go to open? I haven't been on OpenSea, bro, and I don't even know what this is. I think I was researching this like 8 months ago or something. Months. I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I would say any ETH based NFTs though. I would say literally Milady's and or Project Aeon, ticker Bitcoin NFTs, which are Sproto Gremlins, or Mog Auras. Those are probably the only meme. Oh, and I'm sorry, Pudgy Penguins, of course, but these are at 15 ETH. These aren't like too easily attainable just for anyone. But Pudgies, I think, are actually just going to keep going too. So what is their all-time high? Yeah, I don't know. I need to look into new NFT platforms. I haven't even been up to date with that. Yeah, Shawnee, me too. I haven't even touched my based angels. I left. I still have them all. And same thing with my Mog auras. Still hold them all. Same thing. I feel you. There's a new NFT fish. Those are picking up steam. Um, my bad. I don't know what does that mean? NFT fish? Oh, is it like literally called fish or something? And yeah, bro, I do remember Stan. Stan, I literally think it said some of the highest quality content for a meme coin I've ever seen. The top quality, and I think they still put stuff out. It is nuts to me that, oh, well, it's actually like kind of pushing. That's good. But yeah, like incredible quality. I don't know how this thing did not get more traction. This was a like bro, I used to think this shit was funny, like super funny. And they got great stuff. Like there's not many meme coins doing this still. Literally maybe a couple that are putting out really good content. Unbelievable that it didn't run. Yeah, so it's literally. Let me just see. I'll see if I can find it real quick. Ronin. Holy shit! I haven't heard of that chain in a while. It's like the gaming chain. NFT called Fish. Is it on ETH? Crypto Fish? Yeah, no, my bad, bro. I'm not too sure. Check lore. Oh yeah, I forgot about that coin too. Lore. What's your lore? Yeah, it's see another one here. Excuse me. Something like this one, I think is gonna rely heavy because on it's gonna rely heavy on Twitter. Not even so community wise, but because it was like a meme that popped up all over Twitter. It's hard to explain. It's to me, it's like the boss guy, where it initially it's not launching because of I don't know how to explain it. My bad. I'm trying to think. But a coin like this, it pops up because of it goes viral. But once that virality dies out, when it's when the virality isn't within crypto Twitter, once that virality dies out, it's like Labubus too, like the Labubu token. If that virality is there short term for a coin, usually that's what that coin is gonna thrive off. But once that virality dies out outside of crypto Twitter, like the Labubu hype already died, I don't see the coin coming back. That's why I stick a lot of times to communities because the communities are what keep a token alive, especially in crypto. But if you can catch tokens like this, like lore, or something like if something is going viral on Twitter and you jump into it before people even like notice that it's about to go viral, that's how you print on a lot of these. Like that boss token, bro. I don't know how I didn't see that. I think I took a picture of it because I was like, oh shit, this actually could be something, and I was gonna send it in our group, and then it just rips to fucking like 20, 30 million. I'm like you gotta be kidding me. How high could Ray go? That's a good question. Ray, something, it's hard to know. Very hard to know. Um, I mean, I think because it's been accumulating upwards for so long, I would think that it's probably going to keep going a little higher, but I think it needs to go up a little and see a correction for me to be way more comfortable to see it actually make another run. Because for me, it's just a coin just doesn't go like this. It does not go up only. So if it can have a major correction, then yeah, I mean I could say anywhere from 30 cents to 40 cents would be very reasonable, which I know here it's literally what 100%. That's like nothing, but I think in a full-blown environment, 400 to 500 million, I think would be fairly reasonable for it. But for the something like this though, this is something we did get in all the way down here and have been holding. So obviously, to see something hit 3 to 400 million, that's a lot larger of a gain than to be buying up here and seeing it do that. But I mean, outside of that too, we got Arrow. Yeah, why don't we just check out Aerodrome too? Yeah, Arrow's. I think it's Arrow's a simple bet. Probably a fairly easy one. Yeah, bro. Indexy, that was a good base play. That one started to run a lot. I haven't looked at it recently though. But yeah, Arrow, like I said, I think it's just an easy play. This is probably gonna absorb a lot of the volume for base. And aside from like mini corrections here, I don't know. I don't see a reason why Arrow can't go back to at least 2 billion to its all-time high. Because I mean, the other thing too, especially with Zora guys too, it's like the reason why I'm so bullish on it. It's not even the aspect too from the fact of the social fi aspect. I think it's huge for it, but Coinbase is shilling this thing every day. This is the literal infrastructure underneath their new base app, which is not even fully live yet. It's not even rolled out. So it's like, I still think bidding stuff like this, selling major rips and bidding into good dips on something like Zora, at least going into the next probably month to 2 months, is probably going to be something that continues to like outperform everything. And because their ecosystem continues to heat up, people are actually aping into Zora eco tokens because they see some sort of value in them. Reminds me exactly of virtual. There's no reason why Zora is not going to continue. And like I say all the time, I would not be buying here. Absolutely not. Wait for a dip. If it goes red again, that's when you want to enter. Obviously, manage your risk. Don't full port, when it's already up 10 to 20x. But, wait for a nice correction, a dip on it. And then if it builds momentum and keeps going, you got in at a good dip. And you can get a nice anywhere from 20, 30, 50, 100%, And then same thing, you sell as it keeps going up. Clip out a little bit. Wait for another dip. Start selling. But something like this is like you're probably gonna be watching this fairly heavy as time goes on. Like literally tonight out of nowhere, this thing just shot up, right? So you want to start clipping out slow. Oh shit, Bitcoin is still printing right now. Oh no, yeah, yeah. It literally just tried. That almost just cranked. I mean, it did. Look at that candle. Like that's huge. Mask is at 14 mil. All right, keep going. Slow and steady, here we go. Sorry, a little mask intermission for Bitcoin here. Yeah, that was a huge candle here. Yeah, like I said though too, with many times, it's like bro, these Sunday pumps, they happen all the time, and fairly often Mondays they just dip again. But I mean, at this point, it is what it is. I still think things are looking really good. Like there's nothing here telling me very short term that we look bearish. Nothing. Bitcoin is holding incredible structure. Just fucking had another 2% push tonight. Bitcoin looks very good. ETH is actually primed to just fly here. Solana, I think, is lagging a bit, but it's going to probably push past this, making a brand new higher high from this trend here. Sol is looking good. Probably will print back to at least 200 something at some point. And then once those three majors move, that's good for memes on Sol. That's good for ETH beta plays. That's good for Zora. That's good for everything. So very short term right now, everything looks very good. And that's, I think it's very solid. Do I think pump is a scam? I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I think any and all launch pads You know what? If we start to see a true bear market, yeah, everything is going to zero. Pump is going to absolute zero. Um, but I mean, I guess it's like in crypto, you just gotta play the game until the house of cards just fully collapses, you know. But as long as the house of cards right now, aka this whole market, is printing, you gotta play the game. So no, I don't think it's a scam in that sense, where this definitely could still print. This is still the thesis for it. This is probably at some point once this does truly bottom out, which I mean, again, it could be here. I don't know. But if this can truly bottom out, this is gonna be the best Solana beta play, I think, hands down. But I would say, guys, outside of that, that is most of the stuff that I wanted to cover. Um, Same thing, guys. Zora is just fucking killing it. If anything, like I said, if you guys haven't taken even a small chunk off of the table, like 5, 10, 20% of your bag up here, you know, if you did jump into the dips, you know, that's a great gain just to wait. You know, take a chunk out. Worst case, it goes higher. We take another chunk. Best case, it dips, and we can reallocate on a dip. You know, can't go wrong. At least selling a little bit out, but it looks very good. Everything's going really good here. So that's what I got, guys. I think I'm gonna cut the stream here. I appreciate anyone joining. Everyone that joined into the stream. I would definitely want to start going live more, especially while the market is so hot. And going live for our group too. I know I say that sometimes, but I definitely want to start doing it more. And last thing, we got Mask fucking actually looking pretty good. I would not be surprised to see this ripping even higher, literally in the next like few hours. But outside of that, guys, I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and then I'm gonna drop a few things in Discord, see if maybe we can call something, and then from there, guys, yeah, market is just looking beautiful. So outside of that, guys, I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you in the next video in Discord or in the next live. So thanks. Let me see if I can figure out how to end this now.